I want to show you, which is the chronology of the attack. Chronology of an attack. On August 4th, during the ceremony for the anniversary of the Bolivarian National Guard, there was an attack against the President of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Research has determined as the possible authors Raider Alexander Russo Marquez, alias Pico, protecting the Republic of Colombia, and Osman Alexis Delgado Taboski, financier living in the States. Both of them involved in the attack to Estado Carabobo on August 6, 2017, with Sergeant Juan Carlos Monasterios Vanegas, alias Bones, who has a prison warrant on Macay. Then 11 hired gangs have been captured for the Guarimbas in 2014, 2017. They were trained on the management of drones and explosives in a farm called Atalanta in the Chinacota municipality in Santander, Cúcuta, from April to June 2018. They were offered $50 million as well as residents of the States. The plan was to carry out the operation during the parade of July 5th. It didn't take place because the drones didn't arrive to Venezuela yet. I was on land and we arrived here on July 3. And we were waiting for the drones to come. They should have been delivered on July 4. However, there were problems in the airport and then we came back. Then the operation was orchestrated for August 4th. August 4th was chosen as the event because it had the participation of the political and military guard. Two teams were created to carry out the attempt. Team 1 was in a parallel avenue to the Bolivar Avenue, from Curamichate corner to the Viento, and the drone was flown from an Orlando Chevrolet. The second group worked from an office that was hired in the business center Cipreses. Both drones were flown and directed to Bolivar Avenue, specifically to the presidential stage, with the intention of carrying out the Yunque Martillo operation that consisted of exploding the drones, one over the stage and one in the frontal zone of it, that would lead to the death of all the authorities in the presidential stage. Due to the signal inhibitors installed by the security of the state, the drivers of the drones lost control and informed Taboski. This is when the detonation took place remotely. The first one was in front of the stage and wounded 7 guards. The second one, after losing control due to the inhibitors, tried to go back to its site of origin, and then it hit the Don Eduardo building located in Curamichate and Viento. Both drones had explosive substances with high destructive impact with metal objects used there. I saw the drone. It was 5 meters away. I was in the 7th story. So it started going down slowly. It hit floor 1. Then it exploded in the floor, like 10 minutes after. The people that were apprehended were first Juan Carlos Monasterios and Argenis Valero Ruiz, who was the drone pilot. Those were driving from the Chevrolet Orlando in Curamichate. They were captured by social intelligence because some people saw that they came off a car and started flying the drone. And when they heard the explosion, they surrounded them until the security came and took them. After the statement of these hired guns, the investigation started with their phones, their attacks in order to locate all people involved. The second group that operated from the business center Cipreses, integrated by Janine Fabiana Pernilla, alias Maria, and Brian de Jesus López Ruiz, alias Poeta, who was the pilot of the second drone, and Alberto José Bracho Borosques, who was in charge of driving the other drone. They were already driving a blue Cherokee towards San Cristobal, but they were also apprehended. Intelligence continues investigating the facts in order to apprehend all the people implied in this magnicide that wanted to kill President Nicolas Maduro, as well as the military command. Of course, with this taking away the peace of the Venezuelan people. At that very moment, in front of me, a device exploded, a flying device. It was a big explosion. My first reaction was just watching, being calm, because I trust the people and the armed forces. I trust the loyalty, and I am protected by God. Yes, God protects me, but here, the people and the forces protect me. That's why I am standing, alive and victorious, ready to fight all the battles that I have ahead of me.